Hello, look at all this crap. Well, I've had a lot of farming similar to 25 questions about manure. So I'm farmer teacher, and today I'm going to talk some crap. Let's get into it. Okay, let's take a look and see if we can figure out what the crap is going on. Okay, so where does manure come from? It's going to come from animals, but not all the animals. Okay, let me show you. If you go to construction under animals, okay, it will come from cows, but not all these. Okay, now let me show you. This is a pen, not a barn. The pens do not make manure. Okay, the pens do not make manure. A barn, like this one, cow pasture, a barn. If it says barn, it should make manure. Now, there are exceptions on some maps, okay? So I'm just going to place this right in here somewhere. Okay, and there's my barn. All right, now, if you look at my menu under my animals, it says no manure heap nearby. Okay, that's giving you a warning. So in order for it to make manure, one, it's got to have straw, and two, you got to have a manure heap. Some maps come with them already, and some do not. Okay, if you have a cow barn and it does not have a manure heap, you're going to have to add it yourself. And the way you do that is you go here to construction, over to silos, and you're going to go down and see this square looking thing there. It's $25,000 and it says manure heap. And if you look close, there to the right of that where the little arrow is where you're going to pick up the manure. And you can manually scoop it too if you want to do that. So you want to position that in a way that you can get to it. And I don't want to block my barn. Okay, and you got to put it relatively close to the barn for it to work properly. Okay, so I'm going to put it right in here. I still have access to the side there because I'm going to pick it up from that side and I can still get to my barn. Boom, it's in there. Okay, in order for it to make manure, you have to have straw in there. Okay, you have to have straw in your barn. So I'm going to add some straw. Okay, next I'm going to add some food, and this is a total mixed ration that I'm putting in there just to show you. Now, just to show you once again to the menu, what we put in here, this one is a breeding barn. Okay, it's not for dairy cows. Well, you can breed them in there and grow them till they're old enough to make milk if you want to do that. This is the smallest one that does milk. Okay, but all these will make manure. Okay, so I put 35 Angus cows in there, and there you go. So we have straw, we got TMR, we got cows in there. It should make manure. Now, since we added our reservoir, you can see that warning that was on there that was grayed out, the manure thing, is no longer there. Okay, it's no longer there. All right, we're going to go to tomorrow, and we should have some manure in there a little bit. Okay, check it out. Behind me, I have a little bit of crap right there. So if I go to the menu, under manure, I got 1,120 liters of that, and you can see it right here. So it's just going to get more and more as we move along here. Okay, so our cow barn here, as long as it's a barn and you give them straw and feed them and you have cows in it, you're going to get manure. Okay, and we'll talk about what you're going to do with the manure here in a minute. Okay, back to the menu under animals. So you see that cows make manure. Horses do not make manure. Okay, horses do not make manure. Okay, pigs make manure. Once again, though, the pig pasture does not. Okay, there's no way to put straw in there. It doesn't make manure. However, your small pig barn, okay, that will make manure. You're going to put your straw in there. So the pastures do not make manure. The barns will make manure. So I'm going to add some straw in here. Okay, I'm going to dump some pig food in here. And we're going to put some pigs in there. So I got straw, I got pig food, I got 35 pigs. Okay, once again, let's go to tomorrow. Well, guess what? Check it out. I forgot to put the manure heap. So guess what? We have no manure. So once again, you got to remember to put the manure heap. You do that by going to silos down here, and you position that close to your barn there somewhere. And once again, you want this side here that you can get to. All right, let's go to tomorrow. And once again, guys, we got a little bit of crap in there. You can take a look. We got 1,428 liters of poo-poo, okay, in there. Now, let me show you something else on the menu. Okay, when you go down to animals, so we've discovered that cows make manure, horses do not. Pigs make manure, as long as you're getting a barn and putting straw in there. Sheep and chickens do not make manure, but let me throw out a caveat. There are some maps okay, where sheep and chickens make manure. So just if you go to that, and look at it, you'll see a spot there for manure. And usually it tells you in the instructions for that map. And if you look at my review of the map, I'm going to tell you too that those will make manure. But normally chickens and sheep do not make manure. And of course bees, and your puppy doesn't either, even though, real puppies, you end up stepping in that. So that would be kind of funny. Okay, so let me show you what you do with this stuff. Okay, so you've been playing Farming Simulator 25 for a little while with some cows or pigs, or one of the maps, that allows it on chickens and sheep. But anyway, you have accumulated quite a bit of crap. Look at this. King of the crap heap. What do you do with this stuff? What do you do with it? You got a couple of options. Now, if you're playing on the easy mode, you're better off to sell this than to use it as fertilizer. You'll come out ahead monetarily. If you're playing on the normal or hard mode, you're better off to use it as fertilizer. Okay, once again, if you're playing on the easy mode, you want to just fertilize your stuff with fertilizer and sell this because you'll get more for it. If you're playing on normal or hard, you won't get as much money for your manure, but your fertilizer still costs the same, so you're better off using the manure as fertilizer. So if you want to do that, what you're going to do is go down here to yield improvements, and right here you have manure spreaders. Okay, you got a little one here, the smallest one, you need 94 horsepower, and you pull that behind a tractor, and you're going to spread your manure. This is kind of cool because it looks like it does lime too. That's a neat one. Okay, most of them do manure. So notice your spread down there. This is 8 meters wide. That's 8 to 12. So you can make it wider, 12 meters wide, and then right on up. You do have some self-propelled ones. Okay, and all these are tractor. But if you go over to slurry tankers and you have these in there, this oxbow one here, you can switch this configuration at the top. There's a slurry spreader like that, but if you go over here, it's a manure spreader. Okay, and that's what I have here on my farm. All right, it holds 25 cubic meters of manure. That's a lot of crap. All right, so let's climb in here. Now, whether you're going to go sell it in a regular trailer or you're putting manure in one of these or, a trailer behind a tractor, you can either pull up here and you're just going to press in on the left joystick on a controller and it's going to give the option of filling that up. Okay, and that's what I'm going to do. You can use a tractor with a bucket on it and manually load that if you want to be that real. Okay, once again, you can use a bucket and manually load that into there if you want to. I've done that before. Sometimes I like to slow down a little bit and just, especially on the smaller farms, spend a lot of time doing it, and I would use a bucket to put it in my trailer and or manure spreader. All right, so I got a field over here that's going to need some fertilizing, so we're going to go over here to it. Okay, I'm in my field here, and I've got this full thing of manure. Now let me show you something on the settings. Okay, if you go to game settings and go down past where you have fuel, seeds, fertilizer, slurry, and manure. Okay, the default there is to buy, and if you do that, it's just going to buy it. Now, I might need that if I had a little bit left, didn't quite have enough, but right now I have it off. Okay, and my other choice is to get it from my manure heap. So the first thing I'm going to do is just have it off, and what that's going to do is pull it right from my bucket here. Okay, so he's going to go spread some of this out, turns your field a nice brown color. Pretty interesting. All right, look at that. And that's the equivalent of laying down fertilizer. Okay, there you go. Let me show you on the menu. Okay, you can see that nice dark blue stripe there. That means it's been fertilized a second coat. Okay, fertilized it one when I planted it, and that's the second coat of fertilizer, that manure going down. All right, so right now I'm using the manure. I'm going to use some of that up, and then I'll show you something else because it's going pretty fast. Look at it. You're going to have to keep refilling this thing and refilling it and refilling it. Okay, so while he's going, what I'm going to do is go back to the menu. I'm not quite halfway. I'm going to go back to the menu, and I'm going to go back down, and this time I'm going to put it on my manure heap. Now notice my manure there on the bottom right, it's not going down anymore. I'm at 57%. It's pulling it from my manure heap. So if I look at my cow pen, okay, look at that. I have 404,000 liters, 403,000 liters of manure, okay? And we'll take a look in just a second and see what that does. You can tell that's where it's coming from, though. Nice brown color. Okay, I'm at 401,000 now. So it's pulling it from my cow pen there, and there you go. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Okay, notice my manure heap behind me is just creeping down just a little bit. That's because it's draining from there. You can see in the bottom right there, those numbers. I'm at 392,000 now, and it's dropping. So if I ran out and wanted to finish the field, my options are I could go back and put regular fertilizer over it, or I could just buy the additional manure. I could change my setting there to buy, and it would continue fertilizing the field. That's probably the easiest solution. There you go. That's all I got. Thanks for listening to all my crap. I'm Farmer Teacher. If you'd like to learn some more crap about farming similar to 25, hit that subscribe button and share this with your farming buddies. I'll see you on the next go-round. Bye-bye.